Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, your daily dose of vocabulary fun. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we unpack another fascinating English word. Today's word is confer. Confer, as a verb, means to talk with someone else in order to exchange opinions or get advice. It implies a formal discussion or meeting. It is often used when decisions need to be made or complex issues need to be resolved. So, let's delve a little deeper. Confer is a C1 level word, which means it's relatively advanced, but don't worry, we will break it down so that it's easy to understand and use in your everyday speech. Let's look at some synonyms. A great synonym for confer is consult. For example, the doctor wanted to consult with a specialist before making a diagnosis. Another synonym is discuss. The board members will discuss the new marketing strategy at the meeting. We can also use deliberate. The jury will deliberate on the verdict for several hours. And finally, another synonym is negotiate. The company is hoping to negotiate a new contract with the union. Now, let's move on to the antonyms. These words have meanings that are the opposite of confer. One antonym is ignore. For example, she chose to ignore his advice, much to her regret. Another antonym is disregard. The manager chose to disregard the employee's concerns about safety. We can also use neglect. The company neglected to inform its employees about the change in policy. Another antonym is dismiss. The judge dismissed the case due to lack of evidence. And lastly, an antonym is refuse. He refused to listen to their suggestions. Now, how can we use confer in everyday life? Well, you might confer with your colleagues about a project at work. For instance, you might say, "Let's confer about the deadline for the report at 3 p.m." You could confer with a financial advisor about your investments. Or you might confer with your family members about vacation plans. For example, I need to confer with my spouse about where we should go on vacation this year. You see, confer doesn't always have to be super formal, but it does imply a degree of importance or seriousness in the discussion. Here are some usage examples of confer in sentences and phrases. The president conferred with his advisors before making the announcement. The committee will confer to decide on the scholarship recipients. The lawyers need to confer before the trial begins. She conferred briefly with her assistant before entering the meeting room. The university conferred an honorary degree upon the distinguished scientist. I need to confer with my accountant about my taxes. The boss wants to confer with everyone individually about the project progress. To sum it all up, confer means to discuss something formally with someone else, often to get advice or opinions. We learned synonyms like consult, discuss, deliberate, and negotiate. We also explored antonyms like ignore, disregard, neglect, dismiss, and refuse. And we saw how confer can be used in various everyday scenarios, from work meetings to family discussions. Thank you so much for tuning in to Hello Word today. I hope you found this episode helpful and informative. Now, before you go, I have a small request. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to our channel and leave a review. Your support helps other English language learners find our show and benefit from these vocabulary lessons. As a fun little challenge, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word confer and share it as a comment under this video. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll see you next time on Hello Word.